Greetings and salutations, I'm Keb. Welcome to this Let's Play of Call to Power 2, and if you're unfamiliar with the title, I'm not really surprised. It is the bastard stepchild of the Civilization franchise. It was developed by Activision, not Infogrames or Microprose. That's because Activision bought Avalon Hill, I believe, back in the late 90s, and Avalon Hill were the ones that made the board game which the Civilization franchise was based upon, and they didn't claim the name. Eventually, they had to renounce it. Infogrames the Infogrames won that dispute. They hold the Civilization rights, and Activision settled for being able to publish one more game, as long as they ditched the Civilization name in front. So then hence we have Call to Power 2. And this was released in 2000, I believe, and that basically puts it between Alpha Centauri and Civilization 3. So keep that in mind when you look at what the game looks like and the features it has and all that stuff. Call to Power 2 does make a lot of small adjustments to the Civ franchise that I think are just better than what mainstream Civilization deals with. We'll get to that eventually. The game I'm playing, the version I'm playing right here, that's the Good Old Games version. You can get it over at their site for a small sum, of course. But it has some issues versus Windows 10, and that's because Call to Power 2 is a mixed media format type of game, where they initially released it on a CD, which had the data track on the first track, and then you had regular CD audio tracks on the rest. And that doesn't work well on modern systems. In fact, in order to get it on Windows 10, you have to delete the DLL file, and that's what I've done. And that, of course, means no music, so it'll be very quiet this playthrough. I'm sorry about that, but I don't know how else to make it work, and I've tried. Believe me, I have tried. Both using my original discs and using the Good Old Games version. So, yeah. And one more good thing about the Call to Power, though. It is very much fan-modded. If you go and look for at the Polyton forums, I believe they've been patching this game up for a decade or so. I believe they stopped when Civ 5 was released, but yeah, there are quite a few updates for it available if you go looking. I don't know how compatible they are with the Good Old Games version, but yeah. What else? Yeah, given the music that isn't available, I could do what I did in the Civ 2 playthrough and just loop the audio tracks and add them later in editing, but I'm lazy, and the soundtracks, although a few of the pieces are good, the whole soundtrack is just about like 20 minutes. It's not much, so you're not going to miss that much, even though it's going to be a bit quiet. Okay, yeah, this is not going to be a flawless playthrough, because it's been so many years, and I've forgotten many of the mechanics. So we'll see what we end up doing. We are going to be playing the Canadians, I think. As you can see, there are tons of empires available, but I'm sorry to say that these are pretty much just city naming lists. There are no differences between the civilizations, much the same as you have in Civilization 2. There are no distinct civs. There are some personalities involved on the various leaders. Each civ has 2 leaders, one male and one female, and they have some certain personality traits there, but beyond that, nothing. So we're going to play Canada. Going to keep at medium difficulty. Don't want it to be too difficult. Standard Earth world rather than the Donut world. We're going to stay with 5 empires, that's fine. Regular map size, I don't think that's going to be quite sufficient. I think we're going to just keep the default settings for the map. And that's going to be that. So let's go in and see what we get. That's actually a pretty decent start. For rivers are king in this game. You really want rivers. So let's start founding our capital of Ottawa. We're going to build a warrior because we need to explore a bit. And beyond that, we're just going to do some standard construction of units like so. I could create a custom list if I wanted to. I very much like these things, building custom build lists so I can avoid micromanagement, but for now we're just going to keep that. And we start with 2 settlers. So I could add it to the same town. That's probably not a good idea. So we're going to follow the rivers, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to pursue. Okay, let's go this way. Gamble. And we lost, because it ends there. Let's go down here then. And it ends there as well. Ah, I was kind of hoping to just sail along the river for a while. Yeah, and the way resources work and the way citizens work is very different in this game compared to Civilization. Rather than having one population work one square, the population works all the squares within the city surroundings, and then that number is split based on how many pops you have. So, yeah, and as you can see, if I hover over the tiles, the tile yield will show down here. And rivers just boost it up significantly. Now, bonus resources like this one, they do not add extra resources. They are merely there for trade in the later game. So they're not as essential as they are in Civ, normal Civ. I'm going to keep saying that. Civ versus CTP. I think that's going to be the distinction I'm going to use. A few other things we need to do before we go anywhere. I'm going to shift Empire Management. We have Global Happiness, Empire Happiness. We're going to dramatically increase the work hours so we get more production, and we're going to cut rations so that our cities grow faster. Consumed, yeah, 6 food, yeah, that's fine. And they're going to be unhappy, a bit more unhappy, but 75 Empire Happiness is fine. Yeah, science as well, we're going to adjust that. These are basic techs we have. We are going to research stoneworking, I think. Start with that. It kind of sucks that I didn't find any better terrain here. And that the river ends. I could, I suppose, go overland down here and see if we can find something better. I don't want to explore too much with a settler. That can end badly. Let's go there. Mountains. Yeah, that's not really where we want to go. I guess we'll have to go see if we can find somewhere useful. Oh, the terrain. Okay, so the river goes that way.
How about here? How about here?
No, not about there. Can't go there. Oh, this is gonna be a gamble.
How about here?
Let's go and explore that ruin next turn.
Building complete.
Hopefully nothing bad will happen. Okay, gold, that's fine. Not the most ideal place this, but this square is pretty good. A beach square with a river exit, river mouth. That's pretty high yields, and it is in a decent location versus overlap on Ottawa. The other explorer, you're gonna go north. Hopefully there won't be any barbarians just yet.
Construction started.
So we're just gonna build up a little bit of a queue like so. And you are gonna keep exploring. We must find goodie huts. There's one. There's another resource. Timber. And we find nothing. Boo!
Building complete.
There's the first hoplite. That's going to defend Ottawa. Otherwise, we could be very much at the mercy of barbarians, because they are going to spawn, and they are going to be a very big nuisance.
Building complete.
Okay, I guess we're not going to find anything good around here. I assume that that's going to be just a coastline as well over there.
I will do as you command.
Yeah, it was, so that's fine. I'm gonna research slave labor next. On the vague chance that we find another civilization, or maybe we start... I don't know if you can... I don't recall if you could enslave barbarians. Yeah, and that is, of course, one other thing. I believe Call to Power was the first Civ game to feature slavery. I mean, slavery is in Civilization 3, but this predates that. And it also features religion, though, if I recall
I will do as you
correctly,
command.
only as a means of getting gold. So, not quite the
Building complete.
way we're accustomed to in later
I will do
Civ
as you
games.
command. I will do as you command.
And the terrain will look a little bit bland. That's just how it's going to be. There aren't many resources because we didn't spike that number. And again, the resources are only valid for trade purposes. They don't really give bonus yields. But one thing that does give bonus yields, we should probably mention public works. That's one very distinct thing in this game. As you can see here, we spend 20% of our total production into public works, and public works basically replaces workers and builders and that kind of stuff. And what instead of having a unit go out and build something, you basically accrue public works, the number up there, and then you just plop down the improvement or whatever it is on the map, provided you can afford it. So we're just going to plant on a farm. Sure, we're going to plant on the spice there. And in a turn or two, it'll actually finish being produced. And then it's going to increase the tile yield of that square. So that's basically how that system works. And it's a pretty neat one. I very much prefer that over having to micromanage zillion workers. The problem is that I tend to forget that I have public works saved up. Okay, that's not exactly ideal.
Construction
We've
started.
just found a lost tribe, so we got a free city. The problem is that we got the city right where we found the ruin. And that is not necessarily the optimal placement. Ah well. Can't look a gift horse in the mouth, I suppose. That means this square, among others, won't be ever used. I don't recall. Do they push up to 3? A radius of 3? I don't recall. But yeah, I don't know. We could always plant a city in the middle there after all if I wanted to. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. I think that's T. T in the mountains. Nothing in that ruin. So we have 2 towns building settlers. Let's see. I want to focus on you. Or not you. Ah, there we go. Ugh. I guess we're going to send him up to make sure that this is actually a shoreline and not more continent. We're certainly on the southern side of the map. Needn't be a bad thing. Crabs. What's out here? Coral reefs. That's high production squares. Yeah, I should mention that in this game the ocean has value, and considerable value actually. Simply because in the later game you can actually found cities in the ocean. And that is actually quite interesting to do.
Building complete.
And of course, in order to accommodate that, the game lasts longer than a normal Civ game. It lasts to 2380. Expanded timeline. Let's see, where do I want to send this guy though? The problem is, I don't know if there are barbarians around. So it would be kind of sucky if I walked into a barbarian at this point, but I guess we'll have to take some chances. I would like an ocean city. If I go there, we'll have a fair number of non-overlappy squares. Could go there. Wouldn't be as far, it would be a bit more overlappy. And I need another town up here, but that's fine. Let's go there. Let's take our chances. Let's hope there aren't any barbarians around there. Gonna send both of them down here. There might still be something good here, but all in due time. Yeah, and I'll also change the Ottawa build queue. We'll have one more uplight for defense. Other than that, we're gonna start building... What are we gonna start building? I wonder. Bit early, but... I want the wonders eventually. Still haven't found any enemies.
I will do
Let's
as you
go
command.
there. Nothing there either.
I will do as you command.
Looks like we are on a separate little island. No enemy civs. Yeah, I'm gonna settle there. That's fine. You are just gonna start building
Construction
hoplites.
started.
Like so.
I will do as you command.
Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is more terrain here. Over there. I will finish mapping this one though.
I will do as you command.
Building complete.
I will do as you command.
What have I got? Another set? Another settler. Another hoplite. And you do want multiple units, because this game, one unit isn't really enough to defend a
Building
town.
complete.
At least not over time. I might have to get shipbuilding done simply because we're gonna need it. Oh, and tiles. I've completely forgot. We're gonna keep improving Ottawa for the time being. Yeah, you're finished with your first defensive hoplite. That's fine. I suppose...
I will do as you command.
Explore the shoreline. Okay, so there is more land over here. That's good. Looks like we can build a canal city here. At some point. Oh, barbarian. Edmonton did have a defender, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Oh, thank goodness.
I will do as you command.
So he won't be able to torch our town. Doesn't look like he's gonna attack either.
I will do as you command.
Oh, we seem to have found another civ. I wonder who's gonna... Okay, found Egypt by the looks of things. Actually, I could have known by just hovering over here. Egypt has claimed this land. Okay, so we found an enemy civ. That changes things. Let's add a slaver.
Building complete.
This is unfortunate. So now we have a barbarian down there. That I need to get rid of. Not where I wanted you to move either. Okay, so Egypt is down this way. I do want to send my settler down that way. But I don't dare move him as long as we have a barbarian running around. Okay. Ramses of Egypt. Not to be trifled with, you don't say. Okay, so maybe it is safe.
I will do as you command.
Let's see if we can start an engagement there. Okay, the barbarian is attacking us. We have a significant defense bonus, but apparently that's not enough. Ouch.
Building complete.
50% defensive bonus and that wasn't enough. That's kind of sucky. Okay, we found the city of Cairo. And they have another town here at the very least. Calgary is just spamming hoplites. Yeah, that's right. That's what you're supposed to build. Sure. We'll pretend to be all good and friendly. For the
How about
time
here?
being. So we're gonna have to get more military units if we're gonna...
Building
Uh-oh,
complete.
there we go. Yeah, more ballistics. You're gonna have to move away. Because there are clearly too many barbarians in the area. How are we gonna solve this then?
I will do as you command.
I'm gonna need more military units, aren't I? Yeah, I am. So, we're gonna build... Yeah, what are we gonna build? Hoplites are stronger on defense, but... I don't know, do we want to use them as a frontline unit? Let's build 2 hoplites while we wait for arch attack. Yeah, we can't let them exist over there. We have to kill them. I mean, this is our island. Slavery, you're just gonna sit there. I guess you just have to go home because this is just too dangerous an area to run around. Too many barbarians.
Building complete.
You're not gonna attack, you're just gonna fortify right there. You're gonna wait. Second hoplite is ready. And there's Thebes, you're gonna go home. At least now he has a hoplite, so we can maybe escort him that way. Okay, that's that barbarian dealt with. You're gonna move out, as are the slaver. And I believe we had at least 2 hoplites here. Units. Yeah, we have 2 hoplites. One of you is gonna move with that group.
I will do as you command.
I'm just gonna group all of you together. And you're gonna sit right there. Perfect.
Building complete.
So I'm thinking a few archers, a few hoplites, and we should be good. Of course, we still have to research the archer tech. Oh yeah, and we still have more tile stuff to do. I'm gonna build a mine next. I'm gonna keep just improving Ottawa for now. I'll be very sad if I lose this one. Good. Did we get slaves out of that? I don't know. Okay, Native Americans, they've begun building the pyramids. We did get slaves. As you can see, Montreal now, it's a little slave icon. Because we captured some people there. And that is good. We want slaves. They're basically free pops. They cost
I will do as you
less
command.
food to maintain. Slavery can be a problem in the later game, though. Because at some point you will have emancipation. So they're building the pyramids, which kind of sucks. I would have liked to build them
complete.
myself, but can't have every wonder. So I'm just gonna bunch up my armies here. Soon we'll have the ability to build archers. And that's gonna be good. I do think I want to just move down here and actually get a channel city right away before I forget. I could build a city here. Get that resource, then we would have to go a fair bit further for the canal city. You know what, let's go down here. Let's just do some forward settling. Yeah, let's do that. You go there. And you also go there. Perfect.
Building complete.
Another hoplite. Just make your way down there. Now I really need to get that archery tech. We're gonna build another farm.
Building complete.
How many hoplites do you have now? Montreal. Okay, so Montreal build queue is kind of wonky. Forgot to fix that. Oops. You're gonna build a coracle or two. Yeah, I think 2 coracles and then the Ramayana. Because I'm gonna switch Ottawa over to the pyramids. I think. And yeah, you don't need 3 hoplites, so one of them can join the front line. If you would be so willing to just... okay, fine, so you switched over to cities. That's not what I want you to do. Come on, give me the hoplite, so I can move him. There we go. There we go with ballistics. Excellent. Let's go with masonry. And let us pick the settler. Yeah, you're gonna found a town right there. You're gonna build an archer.
Started.
And then a granary. You're also gonna build some archers. You are not gonna build the Ramayana, you're gonna build the pyramids. Because you might actually beat the AI in building it, given that we've improved that town so much. Let's see here. The army. The hoplite is gonna sit right here. Fortify. The warrior, you're gonna move ahead. Darn it, I told you to go there.
They'll never know what hit 'em.
Oh, no, fine. Ungroup, there we go. Much better. And then the warrior, there we go.
Building complete.
And Sherazade of the Persians have begun building the Chichen Itza. Well, boo. So it's going to take quite a few turns for the units to get there. Yeah, you're just going to group here and wait. I could send in the slaver ahead of time, but I don't think so. We're just going to keep him along with the army. Why won't you just... Oh, fine, sentinel then. That's because the slaver unit's ahead, so we can't actually fortify. Rather annoying. Let's see, we're gonna build another mine near Ottawa. Increase the yield even more.
Building complete.
Okay, so we got our first coracle. Now we can explore the ocean sea. Which we will do, and that's the second archer. Good, now we're gonna get a proper army together. Edmonton, yes, you have units in the city, I believe. Darnell hope so. No, you don't. Oh. That's unfortunate. Guess you're gonna go over here then. Because I'm reasonably certain there aren't any large barbarian hordes there.
Full speed ahead! Full speed ahead!
Bit irksome that the game doesn't really auto-center the units as efficiently as it should. Okay, the Turks have apparently also begun building the Chichen Itza. And here you can see, yeah, we could see for a second there. Let's wait until we get the units up and running. There we go. Yeah, there's a distinct separation of the ocean floor here. So this is basically the continental shelf, and then you have the deep ocean. And then you have the shallow ocean. So you have a bit more leeway in where the early ships can travel. They can't go into the deep sea. But that also means that the deep sea is going to be a late game area to settle. Okay, Ramses decided to build the pyramids. That is rather fitting. Ain't gonna help him. Now we have a solid army. Group all units together. Yeah, I'm gonna settle the town there. It's a nice central location. 2 hoplites, a settler, another hoplite, and a granary. We do have more archers inbound though. And there's our second coracle.
Full speed ahead!
And that means we're going to start construction of the Ramayana. Yes. Okay, masonry has been researched. Let's get writing. We have to get up to jurisprudence because that seems to be the tech that everybody has been researching, given that they're building the Chichen Itza.
Building complete.
Another unit defending there. Oh, ruins. Yeah, I don't have units to go there though. Not yet. Group all and please move. Come on. There we go. And the extra archer is going to come along later. And that's fine. Chief goal now is just to visit our friends over here with our big army. But that'll be another time. It is time for a short break. If you enjoy watching this series, please consider subscribing to the channel or hitting those like buttons, because both actions help me out a great deal. And I would like the channel to grow, freely admit that. And of course, if you'd like to remark on how good or bad I'm playing, the comment field is just down below. So beyond that, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll enjoy this series as we continue.